Hey guys, Jeff here at the Dirt Ranch. Just kind of going over what I've been after the past few days. Been working on the where the railroad tracks were, trying to smooth off the top of it so it could get the mower up there. I get the mower up on there and be able to take care of the weeds more as they quickly as they pop up. And anyways, so I've been doing that off and on for the past week, and to the point today I think I might be able to finish it up, but I'm going to show you some footage of it. Some of it looks a little sketchy, but for the most part it's all very safe and sane. And anyways, I'll put you on a pole and let you watch the thing from a distance instead of ride around on the tractor with me. I think that'll be cool. All right, see ya. So you guys see the, let me get you off here for a second. You guys see what's happening here. Let me switch the camera around. So what I'm doing with the bucket, so sometimes these over here that I did without pushing it over like I just did right now, kind of taking the corner off that. You can see that that's that much higher than that. And then it steps down, goes over this way, then drops down to where I drug the bucket across that. So all the rest of that is where I did that, dragging the bucket across there. Turned out pretty good. I mean, I could probably go back over and do it one more time, and I might at a later date, but this is going to be good for now. But the reason I did that is because the bucket will grab a bunch, but then the whole tilt of the tractor and all that kind of makes it, sometimes it's worthwhile doing just that, and sometimes you got to push it over. So that's what I am doing right now. So right now I kind of took the big piece off here, and then that made it nice and flat. Then you're going to drop this down, so whenever I pull the bucket over it this time, this part will be down to the same level as that, and then this will be, it'll look like it's much higher. But so I'm going to turn the camera towards the bucket and let you see it doing some work as I go over. That might be neat. right, so that is the process, and let me show you the end result. So that is all very much uniform and consistent all the way down there. You can see how much of the dirt we're taking off the top. That second load was even as much as the first load with the box scraper, which was interesting to see. I've never really turned around and looked at it, so that was the first time me seeing it just like you saw it. So on further on down here, we got some. This is obviously where I got my my gravel, my pea gravel, and my good dirt. So we're gonna do something here. I'm probably just gonna clean that up same way I've been doing this other stuff. And then we'll start on down there. And I already did that far piece over there in another video that hopefully you will see by now. My program that I do this with is kind of persnickety at times, and it's kind of pissing me off. Like usually it'll just take everything I give it and it'll be easy to upload and all that. This time I don't know if it's because the clips are longer, because I got a lot more footage of this than what you're gonna see, so I'm putting all that clip in there and then I'm shrinking it down and cutting a lot of it out, speeding it up and all that. So it might just be a lot to handle. I don't know, but it's inconsistent, and I can work with consistently good or bad, but whenever it's consistently inconsistent, then that I may need to find something else to do this, because I haven't put a video out in weeks and I need to put a video out. So sorry you guys that are waiting for videos and not seeing them. I'm working on it. All right, let me get back after it. So let me kind of show you, or give you an explanation of what I'm doing here. We're putting the bucket down, the front bucket. I know earlier I was calling the drag scrape a bucket, which I guess it kind of is. But anyways, I'm talking about the front bucket right now, the loader bucket. I'm putting that handle down. You can see me push it all the way forward with my right hand, and that puts it in what's called floating mode. So there is no pressure down on it. I can push down on that handle and it will push the loader bucket down enough to bring the front wheels off the ground. So I'm not really doing that. I'm just trying to get these things level here. So I press it all the way forward and do the float setting and roll the bucket all the way back so it's smooth. And there I just drop the box scrape down, and now I am just trying to ease down this incline, and it's a little I've done it enough that I'm not scared, but there are some pucker moments in there. If you've ever been four-wheeling, you know the whole scale of the pucker factor. Just the inconsistency with the dirt on the left and the right side shift, and I'm not worried about the front and the back. I won't roll it over front or back because it's so long. And I got the bucket down there to slow it down, and the drag scrape, the box scrape in the back that will is also adding to stability that way. But it's to the left and right, so whenever a tire sinks down into a hole or whatever, that throws the center of gravity off kilter and causes the pucker effect in the seat. So it's not so bad that I'm gonna have to get a seat cover or anything yet, but I am very cautious of what's going on. And the way I roll is I'm thinking about this, and I'm always kind of considering the worst case scenario, and I'm thinking, man, what happens if I roll this thing You know, obviously I'm thinking about where the camera's at, how cool my dismount is going to be as I'm coming off this thing. Will I land with the Spider-Man pose, or will I do like a, you know, the death roll and come up in a fighting position? I don't know. Lots of things go through my head. So obviously I'm joking. I'm always thinking about this thing and what it's doing. The safety is job one whenever I'm on this thing. Whenever I'm doing anything, actually. I would hate to live this long and then die from something stupid. So that's my plan, is to die from something smart. You know what I mean. Anyways, I make another attempt at it here. Just kind of, you can see even though the front wheels are off the ground, I'm not using the bucket to press down on that. That's just the angle of the cutting edge. And this is kind of funky. You see I'm attacking it kind of at an angle, whereas the last one I went straight down. This one I'm sideways. That's because the ground on the side of the railroad track there is uneven. There's some big holes there from squirrels and such, and so I'm really just floating that loader bucket and then angling it. You can see me riding the angle of it whenever I push in there with my right hand going, you know, left or right to adjust the angle of that. And so I'm just kind of filling in some spots down there, and then I'm back dragging right here. So I'm putting some pressure down on that bucket to smooth it out. If I push the dirt down in front of me, then the tires are going to be level on that, and it's not going to make me off kilter, which I'm not so worried about that, except if I'm off kilter, then that means the cutting edge is going to be off kilter, then it's not going to be level. So here you can see me doing the back drag on the other side of it. I'll just make a run up on the hill there, and then tilt my bucket down so where it will make that cutting edge drag a little harder, and then down the bottom I roll it so it smooths into the dirt that's there already. And then I'll, again with the floating on there, push back up, and it kind of packs that dirt down. Hope I'm explaining this well enough that you can understand, but I think you can watch and see what I'm doing. It's not rocket surgery or anything on this thing. I'm no brain scientist, but you know, it's just dirt. So move it around. If you don't like the way you moved it last time, move it a different way this time. So I've had several different methods, you know, all trial and error, of course, to smooth this out, depending on how steep it is and how much of a corner is and all that. So it's just trial and error. It's just dirt. All right, enough of me yakking. I'm going to speed this thing up. Let's get through this. right, well, I hope that last shot looked as epic as it did on my little view of it from this side of the camera. Well, I think that's how you do it. That's how we roll out on the dirt ranch. That's how we roll the corners of this railroad track. Again, I do have another section between that little pile down there and this pile of rock. And I got some other things there. I got my cement that I pulled out and my little steps that were around the house when we moved in that are over there. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I'll probably leave them there for now. But other things, since we're up here and we got a kind of good view, I'm going to be bringing over the backhoe and getting right there where that post is. There's some rocks and things that are piled up over there, marking other posts that are like that, but the top is cut off, so it's just the cement and the pipe in the ground. And I found that with the rototiller. I may have mentioned this several times before, but it really pisses me off that those are in there. Anyway, so I got to dig those out. So I'm gonna dig those out, and then I'm probably just gonna dig a very deep hole and bury the rest of this wood and stuff in there. So that's probably gonna be over here somewhere out of the way. My property line is gonna go basically from where that pole is there, right down here, and then way over there. Yeah, about right there, I guess. So it's going to kind of skirt this whole area right here. So we'll see how that works out as far as where the fence goes. Doing this to the railroad tracks helps out now, but I don't know how that's going to work after the fence goes in. Might be pretty hairy to mow in this area because the fence is going to be pretty close to this. Anyways, we'll see. I may take some of this dirt out before then. We'll see how that goes. Anywho, so thanks for coming over here and joining me at the Dirt Ranch, where we strive to turn dirt into something else. Of course, we're always going to have the dirt. Hopefully it'll be better and be growing stuff. If not growing stuff, I hope that it will provide us some entertainment, at least. When we get some grandchildren around here running around riding bikes and motorcycles and scooters and all manner of things that can teach them life lessons. Looking forward to all that. But Rach and I are just really super happy to be here. This is our first year of gardening here, and we've got quite a bit done. We still got quite a bit left. Stick around and see what we're going to be doing. And from the Dirt Ranch, Farmer Flo signing off. Peace. Hi-oh Silver! Away! So you remember I talked about this just the other day whenever my tractor overheated. Where does all the dirt gather? Right here. See over on this side? Nice and clear. Nothing. Over here where the thermometer, the thermostat is, the temperature gauge, that's where the dirt gathers. The crap.